Thank you, Jerome, Slim. It's great to be here, and it just was exactly 10 years ago, as part of our Basketball Without Borders initiative, that we were here on these courts. A key pillar of our strategy to grow basketball across the continent has been making the game accessible through building spaces like this where kids can engage with the game in a safe environment. I want to also recognize Coach Harry, who we met here more than a decade ago, who was just telling me about the success of the team here that participated in the Special Olympics World Game in Berlin in June. You know, Alex is the home of champions, and for me, speaking directly to you, the youth, Victor alluded to it, and the MMC also, he wants basketball to be popular. He wants basketball to be a sport that you young people from the neighborhood can engage in and excel in it. I can assure you that if you come here and follow the instructions of the coaches that are going to be mentoring you, this game can take you to so many places. All the wonderful people you'll see here, from the team, from team personnel to the coaches to the players, they will share their experiences with you. As you engage in the clinics that is going to follow, make sure you ask questions, and I'm pretty sure their stories are going to inspire you. You can get to where these guys are at right now through the values of the game. So I will encourage you to keep coming here. This is a safe environment, and our team here in Johannesburg will continue to work with your local coaches to build that expertise we need to grow the sport. Now in Africa, we have a complete pathway where young children at your age can engage with the game and then develop their talent. And there are people who are identifying the talent. We have set up where the talent can be nurtured through the NBA academies, and you have some of those players who are here. They're from all over Africa. They've been identified and given scholarships to continue their journey in basketball. And we want to see as many of them as possible to reach the highest level, which is the WNBA or the NBA. But all of you, through the game and staying focused on your education, you are going to become champions in no matter what you engage and you decide to do in life. Again, it is great to be here. It's been 20 years for Basketball Without Borders Africa Camp, and I think it's only fitting that we are here in Alex to celebrate where we are today, where in this camp we have a 50-50 gender split between the number of boys and number of girls in the camp. So continue to engage, to dream extremely big, and stay engaged with the game. And it's great to be here. Thank you again, Councillor.
And the fact that we're here again today really speaks to our commitment to follow through on partnership and to continue to make the game of basketball accessible to communities all across Africa, including here in South Africa. We recognize that to grow the game of basketball, it's important that we create places for young people like you to play. And the game of basketball requires courts, it requires hoops. And so as we grow the game, we are committed to building infrastructure and refurbishing infrastructure that allows you to learn the game, to enjoy playing the game, and to be safe as you play the game. This court is a partnership in terms of the art on it with a South African artist, really talented, named Sindiso Nyoni. Let's give him a hand, please. When you look at the courts, you'll see a hand right there at the paint area. The hand in African culture symbolizes many things: community, identity, strength, power. But this hand is an open hand, which speaks to generosity. And in African culture, we are generous to each other. It is how we strengthen community, it's how we cultivate strength and togetherness. And within the hand, you'll see a geometric pattern that represents the intentionality with which we're building the game. It's like a blueprint. And that geometric pattern also speaks to a ball and a basketball. And it speaks to the game, the individuality of that the game offers, and the sense of community that the game brings when people play together. And so as you young people play this game on these courts in the years ahead, our hope is that you're going to be generous with each other and play with a true spirit of sportsmanship, that you're going to be able to express your individuality, and that the games you play on this court are going to build community that you take with you out into the world outside these courts. So thank you all for being here. Thanks to all our players, coaches, team
because also just from a personal journey, and what's going to complement Basketball Without Borders as they celebrate the 20 years, because from a broadcasting perspective, when they first came into the country, and I was always a basketball fan, and they were kind of looking for an interview for Patrick Ewing. So I remember this very, very well. And they came around and they asked me, they said, listen, we don't know if you really, do basketball, play basketball, know basketball, but there's a certain gentleman by the name of Patrick Ewing that we would like to put out for an interview. And I looked at them and was like, are you guys crazy? You're really asking me that question, that would there be a problem with interviewing Patrick Ewing? And I said, please, with the greatest of pleasure. And so began my personal journey with Basketball Without Borders from that day. We've had the Dikembe Matombos of this world come through and become a regular on the various platforms that we've been a part of. And I got to thank as well Messiah Jury, Amadou Fall for that, for keeping that consistency in the early stages of this journey.